Somebody says, "Are you lonely on Christmas?" Heck no. I had Taco Bell. I had a taco and a nacho plate with a large soda. I just had some candy. I had a full bag of chips. What else did I have? Mm, I'm not lonely. I'm good. I'm grateful that it's not too cold because I like being outside, and I like sitting outside like this. You know, I would have wanted to work on some music, but, I got to deal with my inspiration. I'm a prophetic voice, so I'm very affected by the environment and people. And the thing that I was listening to the most in the spirit is people complaining about not having entitlement on Christmas. And one of my friends said, "That's why I go eat by my family. So I'm not blowing all of my week's pay in feeding my family." They prepare food. We may not want all of the social activity involved and all of the drama that comes with having to sit with family, but it's a meal, and it's a social meal that's acceptable during the time. Personally, me, I don't want that. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. You know, I appreciate, the break from work, but then I want to get back to work. But I just like having something basic on the road, a Taco Bell or something that's open. And then I like to go to a movie. I like to just do social events like that. I don't want to be encumbered with people that I don't really like. Um, I don't want my time restricted, move when it's time for me to get to where I'm going. I want you guys to rethink how you think about the holiday. I want you to stop crying and stop complaining about the holiday, because the holiday is not the problem. The problem is you not taking care of your obligations and responsibility. You not engaging your opportunity for responsibility. If I take you right now on a trip through this past week, just in the place where you sleep and shower, how many of you have maintained that this week without complaining, with whatever provision it provides? How many of you have just maintained that with a grateful heart? How many of you have maintained your job for the week with a grateful heart, not trying to pull somebody else down, not trying to take what they have? The reason it looks like I'm good at what I do is because I maintain what God gives me. And then you get in it and you don't like it, and you destroy it, and you squander it, and then it's broken after you because you had the wrong idea. You thought you were taking something from somebody. But when God gives a person an opportunity, you can't take that from them because that's written into the fabric of his provision for them. It's written into his divine program for them. Somebody had invited me and said, "Do you want to sing at our dinner on Sunday?" I said, "Oh no," because I knew that the ultimate was that they were trying to get me to pay for everybody's dinner. And you got to be wise. God will give you the wisdom to know what is up. Now, if they had said, "Would you like to come for an honorarium and sing at this event?" I would have said, "Sure." But you have to be careful that they would not have tried to put you in mess, and then you don't get your honorarium, and then you be messed up when it's time for you to go to work on Friday or Saturday. You see, people want to squander what you have because your obedience to God makes it look easy when you're engaging responsibility. But they don't know. You've been destitute as well. That's why you know how to engage responsibility.